Home improvement magazines frequently showcase diverse projects, ranging from simple cosmetic updates to more complex structural alterations. While these publications aim to inspire homeowners and provide creative solutions, there's a valid concern regarding the accuracy, completeness, and safety of the information presented. Many projects, especially those involving electrical, plumbing, or structural modifications, can be hazardous if not executed correctly. The potential for misinterpretation, inadequate safety measures, and disregard for building codes is high, particularly among inexperienced do-it-yourselfers. The responsibility lies not only with the homeowners but also with the magazines themselves to ensure that the content is thoroughly vetted and presented in a manner that promotes safe and compliant practices. One crucial aspect is the need for detailed instructions. A superficial overview of a project without specific steps, material lists, and safety warnings can lead to errors and potentially dangerous outcomes. For example, an article on installing a ceiling fan should not only cover the aesthetic aspects but also delve into the electrical requirements, proper wiring techniques, and the importance of using a fan-rated electrical box. Similarly, instructions for building a deck should include information on proper load-bearing calculations, footing depth, and railing height to meet local building codes. Another critical area is adherence to building codes and regulations. These codes are in place to protect the safety and welfare of occupants and the public. Home improvement magazines should emphasize the importance of obtaining necessary permits and inspections before undertaking any project that alters the structure or systems of a building. Articles should also highlight relevant code requirements such as electrical wiring standards, plumbing regulations, and fire safety measures. Failure to comply with these codes can result in fines, legal liabilities, and, more importantly, safety hazards. Furthermore, the level of experience and skill required for a particular project should be clearly indicated. Not all homeowners possess the expertise to handle complex tasks such as rewiring an electrical panel or installing a gas line. Magazines should advise readers to consult with qualified professionals for projects that exceed their capabilities. It's also important to provide realistic timelines and cost estimates. Many DIY projects take longer and cost more than initially anticipated. Providing accurate information can help homeowners make informed decisions and avoid frustration and disappointment. Safety precautions are paramount. Home improvement magazines should include prominent safety warnings and instructions for every project. This includes wearing appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses, gloves, and respirators, as well as using the correct tools and equipment. Articles should also address potential hazards specific to each project, such as electrical shock, falls, and exposure to hazardous materials. For example, when working with lead paint, readers should be instructed on proper containment and disposal methods to prevent lead poisoning. The presentation of information should be clear, concise, and easy to understand. Technical jargon should be avoided or explained in plain language. Diagrams, illustrations, and videos can be helpful in clarifying complex steps and procedures. It's also important to provide accurate measurements and dimensions. Small errors in measurements can lead to significant problems in the final product. The role of editorial staff in vetting content is crucial. Magazines should employ qualified professionals such as engineers, architects, and contractors to review articles and ensure their accuracy and completeness. These experts can identify potential safety hazards, code violations, and design flaws. They can also provide valuable feedback on the clarity and usability of the instructions. The responsibility extends to the professionals who contribute to these magazines. They should take extra care to present their ideas in a responsible and thorough manner, providing sufficient detail and safety precautions to prevent misinterpretation and misuse. They should also be aware of the potential impact of their work on the public and strive to promote safe and compliant practices. Firstly, electrical projects require specific attention to detail due to the inherent risks involved. Any article involving electrical work should emphasize the importance of energizing circuits before working on them, using appropriate testing equipment to verify that circuits are dead, and following the National Electrical Code, or NEC guidelines. For instance, when adding a new receptacle, the article should specify the correct wire gauge based on the circuit amperage, the proper grounding techniques, and the use of ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in wet locations. The NEC Table 310.16 provides ampacity ratings for conductors, which should always be consulted. Secondly, plumbing projects also require careful consideration of codes and safety. Articles on plumbing repairs or installations should address issues such as backflow prevention, proper pipe sizing, and the use of approved materials. For example, when installing a new toilet, the article should specify the correct flange height, the proper type of wax ring, and the importance of venting to prevent sewer gases from entering the building. Thirdly, structural projects, such as building decks or modifying walls, require a thorough understanding of load-bearing principles and building codes. Articles on these projects should include detailed drawings, material lists, and instructions on proper framing techniques. They should also emphasize the importance of obtaining necessary permits and inspections. For instance, when building a deck, the article should specify the correct size and spacing of joists and beams based on the deck's span and anticipated load. The footing depth should also be determined based on local frost depth requirements. Fourthly, gas appliance installations require specialized knowledge and expertise. These projects should only be undertaken by qualified professionals. Home improvement magazines should not provide instructions for DIY gas appliance installations due to the potential for gas leaks, explosions, and carbon monoxide poisoning. Instead, they should emphasize the importance of hiring a licensed gas fitter for these tasks. Fifthly, painting and finishing projects can also pose safety hazards. Articles on these projects should address issues such as lead paint abatement, proper ventilation, and the use of appropriate respirators. For example, when stripping lead paint, the article should specify the use of a HEPA filter vacuum and proper disposal methods to prevent lead contamination. Sixthly, landscaping projects can also have safety implications. Articles on these projects should address issues such as underground utilities, tree planting near power lines, and the use of pesticides and herbicides. For instance, before digging, the article should emphasize the importance of calling 811 to locate underground utilities to prevent damage and potential injury. Seventhly, energy efficiency upgrades are often promoted in home improvement magazines. Articles on these projects should address issues such as insulation, air sealing, and window replacement. They should also emphasize the importance of proper ventilation to prevent moisture buildup and mold growth. For instance, when insulating walls, the article should specify the correct R value for the insulation and the use of a vapor barrier to prevent moisture from entering the wall cavity. Eighthly, smart home technology is becoming increasingly popular. Articles on these projects should address issues such as cybersecurity, data privacy, and compatibility with existing systems. They should also emphasize the importance of choosing reputable brands and following manufacturers' instructions. Ninthly, remodeling kitchens and bathrooms requires careful planning and execution. Articles on these projects should address issues such as layout, plumbing, electrical, and ventilation. They should also emphasize the importance of obtaining necessary permits and inspections. Tenthly, outdoor living spaces such as patios and pergolas can enhance the enjoyment of a home. Articles on these projects should address issues such as drainage, shade, and privacy. They should also emphasize the importance of choosing durable materials and following local building codes. In conclusion, home improvement magazines play a significant role in shaping homeowners' perceptions of DIY projects. By providing accurate, complete, and safe information, these publications can empower homeowners to make informed decisions and undertake projects that enhance their homes without compromising the safety or well-being. The key is to emphasize safety, compliance, and the importance of consulting with qualified professionals when necessary.